What do I think people buy when they buy a cinema ticket? Everybody's buying something different.
What sort of films sell most tickets?
And the ones that have been hyped the most, the ones that get the most publicity. Generally they're films that appeal to the basest instincts of people, Rambo and violence, unfortunately.
What do you think people buy when they buy a cinema ticket?
Well, technically, when you buy a ticket, you're buying or leasing a space in a darkened room, but most people, when they go to the cinema, I think go to be entertained or thrilled, shocked, educated.
What sort of films sell most tickets?
Well, I think either films that are particularly good and deserve to sell a lot of tickets, or else films that have been hyped into the public consciousness.
What aspect of a film has the biggest influence in attracting an audience?
Primarily it's stars. People phone us up all the time and ask us who's in it. They just want to know who's in the film. Secondarily, I suppose people want to see directors. They've watched films by directors before, they've enjoyed their work. They want to see them again.
Can you give an example of a film which would attract a specific type of audience?
There's a film running at the moment called Dim Sum. It's about the Chinese-American community. Obviously, a lot of Chinese people want to see that film, but also people who have strong family ties bound up as part of their culture. They're attracted to a movie like that too.
Well, here at the Screen on the Hill, we've had a number of films that one could say attract the gay community. We had Carell, Man Like Eva, Fassbinder films, which deal with gay issues.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Ooh, too bloody. Subway? Oh, seen it. How about the official version?
There's no one to say about it.
It says it's about children disappearing in Argentina. I don't think so.
But why don't we just go and see Rambo?
I'm not going to see that fascist American shit.
I mean, I think we should at least see it if we're going to criticise it.
Look, I've only got so much money to spend, and I'm not going to waste it on American propaganda.
Yeah, you're right. I know, I just don't know what you like.
You mean in films?
In Britain, about 1 million people go to the movies every week. Watching a film is not like watching other entertainment. A film requires more concentration.
Cinema characteristically conceals its own apparatus and the source of its address. It does this to promote certain relationships between the film and its audience. When I use the word I, my speech is marked as having a source. The word I marks the fact that this speech is coming from me. This kind of address is called discourse. In most film narratives, nothing marks where the story is coming from. Stories appear to tell themselves, but they don't. Just now, for example, I said that this speech was coming from me. That's not true at all. My speech is only one element, even within this shot, and within the whole film, it forms part of a narrative, which has little to do with me. Something out there is telling a story, and that something won't even be visible in the film itself. I'm tempted to say that I'm here to substitute for something I'm not. When we think about it, You're as absent to me as I am to you. A machine intervenes between us, which for me takes the form of a camera, and for you the form of a projector. For the spectator, the camera and projector are never machines, but always instances of looking. But behind the apparent obviousness of that look are concealed mechanisms by which the spectator is bound into the film by certain forms of pleasure, desires which achieve satisfaction through looking. The mechanisms concealed are those which bind the machinery of desire into the machinery of cinema.
Perhaps a woman's desire is different to a man's.
What?
I said perhaps a woman's desire is different to a man's. What if it were a man?
I don't know. Depends on how the camera treats him.
Does the camera tell you what to feel?
For me, the study of film has always been about the question of how meaning is produced in film. For instance, whether it's contained in the film or actively produced by the audience reading certain meanings into it. And where do those meanings come from? They are already in place before the audience enters the cinema, in the structures of language, the social formation, the unconscious.
Hey Adam, what do you really like to see in a film?
Oh, I don't know. Yes, I do. I think I'd really like to see a film about a tiny Vietnamese muscle man who parachutes into Southern California and single-handedly destroys the whole of the Hollywood film industry.
A documentary?
Something like that, yeah.
Two tickets, please.
Yes, where would you sit?
At the front.